What's up, guys, and welcome to Savannah. We have today Shake playing as the Swedes up against Dennis playing as Hausa. And this should be a pretty good one. These guys are both very good players. Dennis has been playing quite a lot of Africans lately from what I've seen. And Shake is typically a Swede main. He's been playing some other civs lately. I think I've seen him playing USA, and but yeah, he's a Sweden main. So if there's one person that you want to watch when you're trying to learn Sweden, it is definitely Shake. So let's see, he's got here an 85 food treasure that he's looking to take pretty early. That's nice. I know Swedes start out with not many food crates, so that definitely helps avoid any idle time. And it looks like he planned for that quite a bit by having two vills build the torps early on and wasn't worrying too much about the idle time there. So very nice planning for him. I don't know what these guys are talking about, but let's see. He's got another treasure he's working on, 75 XP. Not worried at all about his opponent potentially stealing it, which lucky for him is a safe bet because his opponent is on the other side of the map. So let's see. Does he have his deck already? Here's his 1v1 deck. He has blueberries, 3 vills, which I don't think he sends both. I think he goes 3 vills in H1 and then potentially blueberries later in the game. Looks like pretty standard deck. 2 leather cannons and an additional leather cannon with the artillery foundry here. Dominions church card. That is one unique one that you don't see all that often. And then advanced artillery in H3. 3 copper mines as well. So pretty balanced deck, nothing too crazy. You can't expect like an FI necessarily, even though he does have the standard cards there. So you can't really tell exactly what he's going to do based on his deck. You have Dennis over here. He's collecting up some treasures. He's got 3 villagers and a Senga. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Senga cattle coming through. Granary is down in base, and the livestock market has 2 cattle on it. So he is looking like he's playing pretty standard so far. I don't know a ton about the African civs, so hoping I can learn a little bit here. So pretty standard 3 villager card and a nice bonus getting the cattle along with it. And another card, Hausa Kingdom ships all of the following builders up until the reached age. Okay, so that is a card that benefits over time. You don't necessarily have to send it early on, but I can't think of the exact word I'm looking for, but it gains value over time, so it's a nice card to have. And he's going to be aging up pretty quickly, 15 vil, and he gets a nice 100 XP treasure there as well. So very nice so far for actually both players. Some decent treasures early on, and they're both aging up. The governor for Shake, I'm not exactly sure what that age up is. We'll have to see. I want to say it could be the tower age up. We'll have to pay close attention to that. Dennis going with Berbers. And again, I will admit I don't know a lot about Africa, so I'm actually really excited to be able to learn something in this game. I know Hausa typically goes with a lot of raiding cavalry, so I expect to see that early on. He's got influence crates and quite a bit of unit shipments, as well as hand cavalry damage, and 1 palace with 300 influence, and Berber allies. Okay, so we'll see what happens there. And again, pretty balanced deck, lots of cards in H2 and 3, and then a few in H4. So I wouldn't be able to read too much into his strategy based on the deck. And we'll see if he does anything selling his cattle here. He's gathering up wood. He already has 1 trade post on the way, herding in a hunt on the top there. And Shake, he's already up, and he did age up with the outpost and 200 coin, as I was suspecting. And he's sending dominions now, which is 4 torps, and it boosts their hit points, and then torps can gather from crates and receive economic home city shipments. They used to be able to, back in the day, take all shipments, and you'd be able to send military to the torps that were being sieged, which was very annoying. Oh, and we have a dock from Dennis here. So, okay, Caroline's And Torps, I've seen Shake do this quite a bit, where he sends forward Torps to the tower, makes Carolines, and kind of goes from there. He's sending 700 wood. Let's take a look at what Dennis has got going on. There's actually, I don't think I ever noticed this, but there's fish, and there's quite a bit of fish on these two ponds. So I like that choice. I don't think people would suspect that. I don't think I've ever seen that on this map. I don't know if this is a new change in the most recent patch. Not that there's been a super recent one, but interesting that you can do that. I mean, it's a little bit more vulnerable than on most fishing maps, but anyway, he's got one palace coming in with 300 influence, and the Carolines are sieging that forward TP. A second TP was dropped by Dennis, so he has the university, and I do know that Africa generates influence based on having these buildings around each other. So the TC, the trade post, the university, and the palace will all generate more XP the closer they are together. But you can only have so many around each other until to get the maximum benefit. You have to spread them out a little bit. When you have more than one of the same type of building, you don't generate additional influence. Okay, so lots of influence coming in. As you can see there, we got 1.5. Hold on one second. We got over 2.5 influence per second coming in for Dennis right now, as he's making some Fuluni archers and chipping in 700 wood. The TP does go down. He's not able to stop it with his first batch of archers, and now there's about 15 Carolines on the map, 14 to be exact. Second barracks is down. Inglesburg Ironworks coming in, which helps Torps gather significantly faster, 100% faster from mines, so they'll have their gather rates boosted really, really nice. And he's got 120 pop so far, so looking pretty good with his boom. Looking to add a few more, and not too much. Only has 5 villas on wood right now. Mostly trying to get some additional Carolines out there. Moving forward, he doesn't. I don't believe he sees his dock. Yeah, no way. Who would actually think to scout that? Let's see if he can actually, if Dennis can hold and benefit from that in the long term, because it's one of those type of plays where if it's not gonna help you too much early on, but if you can hold on and keep that eco advantage going, then the longer the game goes, the better shape you're in. So he's looking pretty good right now, and he's trading Berber nomad villagers from his native embassy as well. So he's really, really going hard on the eco, and he's got 700 coin coming in. He's looking like he might actually be aging up. He can even buy some resources with his cattle here. We'll see if he chooses to do so. Caroline Mass is getting big, and he dropped the second dock. This guy's going crazy. This guy is trolling us right now. He's got 5 fishing boats here. He's got 2 more in production. He's training villagers from native embassy. Oh, and looks like Shake has finally scouted it with the explorer and calls it out. Not necessarily the best move if you're trying to be 100% competitive and win, is letting your opponent know that you know, because if your opponent doesn't know that you know, then they might behave a little bit differently than, you know, or maybe it could be like, you know, he knows, and actually there you go, he now knows that his opponent knows, so he's training battle canoes at a significant cost. So he's maybe that's the chess piece that Shake is pulling right here. He wants his opponent to spend some resources on some battleships there. So regardless, Dennis is aging up with this ridiculous economy. He's got a war camp. He's got his palace and university. He's getting, let's see, 800 plus influence right now. So he's gonna be able to, well, I guess he'll be able to purchase some units. Doesn't look like, if this is acting properly, no influence costing shipments in age 3, so he'll have to. Oh, his explorer is about to come back for free soon. There he is. Okay, so we do have a battle canoe on the water, and he's actually gathering food right now as well. So that's a pretty decent gather rate. It's about a villager. I mean, not quite a villager, especially if you're talking about hunt, but it's about a villager on berries, I believe. So looks like Dennis is up and shipping 1,000 influence as well. So I'm curious to see what his plan with that is. Imported cannons. I believe that's a defensive upgrade, or is that a... We'll have to see what that supplies. Curious what we're going to see here. I'm sure he's thinking Falconets and Carolines from Sheikh, who is also already up, getting veteran Carolines. So we have elite hand cavalry coming in, elite ranged warriors, and javelin riders. Did I miss? Did he cancel that tech that was coming through? Let's see. Well, we have our elite archers, javelin riders, hand cav upgrade as well coming through. And he's got a culverin coming in, which is 500 influence. He can queue up another one if he gets the pop space, and influence is being gathered up. So he is getting the composition that he wants against this mass. But I think Sheikh is fully aware of this, that culverins are likely in queue, and he is sitting on that palace. He's being distracted a little bit. But Dennis he's got a nice little flank here, but he knows he needs to save this, and he's going to commit, probably overcommit, but I don't think he feels like he has any other choice. He needs these culverins right now, and even if they do get out, the army positioning is not great. I don't think, yeah, they're not going to get out if he takes one more shot. He's really trying to force the Falconet shot on the archers, but it doesn't come through. The Falconets do not pop. He's stuck with almost 1,700 influence while he can't really do too much with it right now. And the timing on this is just it's just so key for Sheikh. He's just pushing right when I mean, you just give 5 maybe 10 seconds, and this is a totally different situation for Dennis. The Falconets are left a little bit alone. Javelin Riders making their way over there, but Sheikh quickly adjusts his route of his Carolines and going back to protect them. So looks like, yeah, the palace is being put back up at the other side of Dennis's base, and he's going to try to get those Falconets still. Excuse me, the culverins. Lots of javelin riders, 20 of them now, but it's not really what you want against the Carolines, and they are light cavalry. So let's see. Yeah, Carolines don't have the bonus against them at range, but still not super effective with the low attack damage and the high multiplier against cavalry. So more archers though are coming in for Dennis. The culverins are back in queue, and just sieging more houses down. And Dennis is going to be popped. He's going to be chasing population space for a while now, as these Falcons have a few more houses that they can take down pretty easily. More Carolines coming through. Dennis getting a nice little pickup, cutting off reinforcements, which is exactly what you want to do in this type of situation where your opponent's pushing with artillery and slow-moving army. You have the opportunity to keep pressure on the reinforcements while they're out of position slightly. But here we go. Sheikh he's realizing he's done some damage. He probably also realizes that Dennis has made a safe palace and is getting the culverins. And whether he saw it, I don't think he did see it, but whether he saw it or not, he's making the right choice. He's going in industrial here and still getting full double batches of Carolines, which is ridiculous. He's got the 200 pop Torp Eco going, and plenty of mines still left. Actually, just one on the bottom side. I guess that really is the only one left, but he does have in his deck the 3 copper mines card. So he's not, and these mines are about halfway, the ones that he's been using already. So he's got eco for quite a while still with the torps. So yeah, he's flooding in resources, and he's going to be... Oh, we have some knights coming in from Dennis. It's quite high HP. Not the best resistance. It's hand resistance. 31 attack. They're pretty good tanks though, and that's a good amount of javelin riders. With he probably need, ooh, and 2 Falcons pop on the wrong side for Sheikh. Oh, that is brutal. That really gives Dennis a little bit of confidence here. Oh, a lot of knights now for Dennis, and I think he knows he needs to push right now. He's got 22 archers, which is not enough for what the amount of Carolines, while guard Carolines are coming in, and lifeguard tech upgrade shipment, whatever you want to call it, is coming in for Shake, and these Carolines are about to be ridiculous against ranged units. So that'll change their melee resistance to range. And here we go. Regardless, we have a big fight. The Knights are in front. The no Falconets remaining for Sweden player, and the tech has come in. He has the range resistance now, which is 20%. It's really going to help out in this fight. And I'm surprised that Shake is going in so hard here. I mean, they're guard, but is this really? I mean, there's not that many archers though, so he's looking pretty good right now. Yeah, wow, that's actually, I mean, that's insane. It is guard Carolines versus, well, they are elite archers though, but still, yeah, that's just Caroline strength, man. That's just pretty wild. Guard muskets in general are very strong, and then when you add in that 20% range resistance tech from the shipment, they're really strong. Oh my gosh, look at this! The Culverins are trapped by a wall, but they quickly react and take out a segment. I think they can get through, but more Carolines are snaring from the back. Yeah, that one Culverin is definitely going down. The second one is gonna get away. Oh, and we have the heavy cannons catching a group of archer reinforcements, and they're just getting splashed. Still fishing on the top pond is Dennis, but he's looking like he's in a pretty tough situation. We have arsenal upgrades coming in for the Carolines, which these guys basically never stop getting upgraded. You have some upgrade cards in H3, and then you have basically the free, that's not free, but it's, well, free advanced arsenal card. So you can get the advanced arsenal techs as a standard civ bonus for Sweden. So he's starting to get those, which are very strong for speed, HP, and attack. Just really nice bonus for those guys. So they're going to get even stronger than they already are. And we are getting more archers now, but I don't know, man. It's just one Culverin versus two heavies is never it's gonna go slow. I think it takes 3 or 4 shots for Culverin to kill a heavy cannon, and in that time, oh wait, but we have a really good flank by the Knights. Both these heavies are definitely gonna go down, and a good split. 2 Culverins actually getting good shots off. The Knights are withstanding. They're doing melee damage against these Carolines who no longer have melee armor. Oh, but those Knights are evaporated. The archers are getting some decent hits, but man, I mean, they're doing 11 times 1.5. That higher rate of fire is nice, but you don't really want to stand and fight against Carolines. You don't even, I mean, they have a range advantage by 5, but that could be reduced with another card if Shake decides to send it, and it's coming in right now. 10% Caroline attack, and adds, let's see, it inflicts more damage with their range attack, especially have, oh no, okay, I thought that's not the ranged one. This is the ranged one. Snap lock. So he's sending platoon fire, which is just more damage and extra bonus damage. But there's no cavalry from Dennis, so it's just purely for HP attack damage. I actually would probably rather send the range if I was Shake in this situation. Well, I mean, I guess he does keep making Knights, so yeah, okay, that works. So now he's doing two times bonus. Wait, no. Wait, what? Okay, here we go. We got another fight. A good raid. But there's an outpost for Shake up top. Carolines are pursuing, and now they have the extra speed. They have 4.68 speed. They did use the charge, it sounded like, but didn't pursue it any farther. Yeah, these archers are just getting run down, man. Like 4.68 speed. They get in the boat, but is that even gonna live through a volley if it gets on them? Yeah. So, okay. Shake's can run around a little bit. His mines are probably starting to get close to running out. So the eco might tail off a little bit here if Dennis can withstand this. 47 vills to 36 plus lots of torps. And, well, he's got a pretty good positioning here. Let's see if this boat helps out at all. Yeah, he's just got to try to keep his distance. And okay, he's running around with the boat and the archers, which is good. I want to take a look at that tech again, or that card. More attack, more damage. The heavy cavalry. Oh, okay, I thought they already had two times rate of 2 bonus versus range cap. Maybe it's 1.5. Regardless, I guess it was 1.5 then. So what do we have here? A little boat raid. Wow, look at that. We got a boat raid. The dock was rebuilt by Dennis and getting on the hunt. So a few villager kills for Dennis. Getting okay. Snaplock now coming in for the Swedes and Shake, and he's actually making culverins himself now. So this could put him in a bit of a tricky situation as his window is potentially closing a little bit, and he's really been sending military upgrades 3 in a row. Well, plus the 2 heavy cannons. Hasn't sent the factories, and his mines are running out pretty soon. So I don't know, kind of questionable going for culverins here in a bit of a slower play. 36 villagers to 49. We have more range for the archers and more siege range. So this is a pretty good tech right here. They got 20 range now, and their siege range is 10, so they don't have to get as close to buildings to siege them down, even though they don't do very much siege damage. So lots of knights still coming in, and more raids. Oh, even though he was gonna get caught there, he's not going. He's going for the culves. He gets one of them. Oh man, I don't know if he was intending to do this. He does get the trade with the 2 culverins versus 2 culverins, so that's good for him. He wants to keep the range with the archers, because he does have significant range advantage. And Battle Canoe is putting in some work here. We got knights coming in, stoking up some damage. They die very quickly to these Carolines right now, but they are tanking. They're at least taking shots up while the archers can get their damage in. So this Caroline army is shrinking now. There is some extra ones over here on the other side of the pond, but they're out of position. Some raids coming through with the knights, and it looks like Dennis is getting his way back into this game. We do have no native post. No native post is taken. It's just claimed for line of sight at this point. 52 vills now for Dennis, and let's see. Shake is at 33. Yeah, he's losing these Carolines on the ponds too. He's a little bit disheveled right now. He's got lots of idle villagers. His mines are really they're pretty much all running out. He is in a tough situation right now. He's getting siege drill from his single mill that he has. He's not able to hunt by this pond or this pond. There's canoes there. He's only hunting up top, which I think Dennis probably knows, and he's heading that direction. So this is actually looking very, very tough for Shake right now. And his next card has to be a factory, which is, I mean, it's eco, which he's lost and he needs to regain, but he also needs military right now. I like the losing a few cavalry back here. Not good for Dennis, though. That is the type of pickup that Shake really is like dreaming of at this point, where he can feel a little bit better about his situation. And Dennis is now ahead in score, actually. Let's see if he's trying to age up. He's sending a shipment that sends a group of villagers and griots 5 and 5. Okay, so that's a eco shipment there. While he's already ahead 54 villagers. Reacts really quickly to this raid, which is actually, is this a good? I mean, yeah, they don't have melee resistance, so the knights will do quite well. Take care of these Carolines pretty quickly. Not the most efficient, but not terrible. You're actually losing multiple knights. It's actually quite poor. Wow. Okay. So that, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say necessarily either player won that trade, because Shake is really desperate for units right now and lost some, but Dennis didn't really get the most effective trade there. He is, man, just pumping these knights. He's gonna have a lot of these guys now. I mean, that is a high cost unit. And he's got a Hausa builder coming out over here. What's he gonna do with this guy? Probably just I don't know. Sending him back towards the base. And looks like Shake is rebuilding a few torps on this very low mine. So man, he did send the factory. He's got it on coin, which is what he needs right now. Does have a full batch of Carolines that are about to pop. sending his entire current army up towards the second TC of Dennis. More villagers going down. And griots are, I believe, slowing. Yeah, slowing the villagers. So, oh my gosh, Shake, wake up, man! Oh no, losing tons of villagers over here. He's down to 31 now, and I think nearly all of them are in the TC. This is lots of knights coming. This is going to be a huge fight. I think Shake is going to be able to get a full batch of Carolines here, and not that the Culverin matters much anymore, but he'll be able to potentially get in position to take it out. Here we go. This is a huge fight. 59 vills versus 31, and lots of tanky cavalry and archers to go up against these Carolines. Let's see the positioning here. I like the split by Dennis. He's pulling back as well, so he's taking care of the Carolines in the back, and now positioning around this trade post, which gives the range advantage to Dennis. Definitely. I don't like the fact that he's going for this Culver and diving in with the knights. He could be doing damage with them, or just tanking and running around a little bit more. And he didn't even get the Culver, and that was not a good trade there. He does end up getting it with the archers, and now they're pursuing the Carolines, which actually with these griots really help to slow them down and help take them out. Another big batch of Carolines is coming. I hope Dennis has more archers on the way. Man, these knights have been, like, I like the idea, but I feel like sometimes the execution of them has not been so great. They've died kind of unnecessarily at points, and they need to be here, not raiding. I don't think you need to raid too much more. Just help support and tank for these archers who are getting amazing value right now. Finally, Shake sees it, and he's pursuing. He just, oh no, and more knights are dying in the back of the base. 3 copper mines for Shake drops. The Carolines are doing work against these archers now. A fight that he's gonna win very easily because of the knights not being there to create a gap, to create some space and utilize that 20 range. So that is exactly what Shake needed. Unfortunately, what it was is he needed Dennis to throw away some knights. But let's take a look at the eco now. So 3 copper mines do come in. So he's got those about 12 torps back working on coin. So they're about a villager each, a little bit less. So basically just gained 12 villagers in eco, maybe 10, we'll say. So he's about 45 villagers, we'll say. We'll give him 45. Dennis is near 70 though. He's at 69. So that is a nice advantage there. He's making some cattle, and they are in the back generating, what are they generating? They're generating influence. Yes, they are. 0.15 influence per second, and so he's going all in on influence right now. What is he actually using? And he's even making them fat or I guess gather faster with this next tech, I believe. Let's check that. 0.15. When he finishes this, it'll be, I'm guessing, a little bit. Oh, a huge raid coming up. Oh my gosh. Oh no, Dennis doesn't see it until over 10 villagers are down. And Shake is just getting exactly what he needs a couple of times in a row in military positioning. That is exactly what he needed. Okay, so just deleting villagers there. Shake probably has his second factor. No, not on the way. Not yet in, but it'll be on the way after this batch Caroline is finished. And I would be surprised if he doesn't send it. There it is. I'm not sure what his next tech or next card will probably be blackberries. Or wait, does that? Yeah, that'll give him 1,000 food per torp, which would be a huge eco boost. I can almost guarantee that's his next tech. And it looks like Dennis is trying to put down a 3rd TC, generate some more influence, and get his eco back rolling after losing 10 plus fills over there. We now have 45 guard Carolines looking to take down this port here. Nice dock for Dennis. And let's see what he's working towards military wise. I mean, doesn't have anything at Q, and his food gathering is much too low. Only 25 bills on food when he has 23, 25-ish on wood. his archer mass is just not big enough. This is very deceiving because it doesn't look like that many Carolines in this defend mode, which actually is like really cool, really cool stance. So he might not like know that how many that really is. That could be very dangerous. Still lots. I mean, what is he doing here? Selective breeding again. Okay, though it does make them fat and faster, but doesn't give them additional influence per second. So I guess yeah, he'll be able to trade them for more resources more quickly. And I guess that's the idea he's going for there. Like I said, I don't play too much. I don't play any Africa. Actually, I don't even have the civs, but I do want to get into them. He's sending 700 influence here, but I guess the idea here is his eco is being continued through additional cattle being produced. So I guess that makes sense there. Lots of knights again being produced. I mean, and Napoleon guns. Okay, all right. So rounding out his composition a little bit. Oh man, you need to drag box and get out of there. Drag box, get the cab to the front of it, and just get out. You're losing so many knights, and I don't think he realized just how many Carolines are here. Oh, that was rough. That was a very big delete of cavalry. I really don't like the usage of these knights. I mean, they have melee resistance. Why do you want to make them against Carolines, which have bonus at range against them? Just, in my opinion, not a good choice. We have a culverin taking out a battle canoe on the bottom pond. And 4 Napoleon guns are coming out of this palace, which should be very helpful. And man, just imagine if he had all those knights he's kind of thrown away over the last 5 or 10. And there we go again. No, he's really trying to take out the canoe. He does, or not the canoe, the culverin. He takes out the culverin. Well, for what? He threw away like 10 knights again. And all for to save this battle canoe that's at 150 HP, which would be like 1 volley from all those Carolines. It's just pretty painful seeing this. I mean, you just really don't need to do that. 72 bills. He's got 3 TCs. He's not even producing bills from the 3 TCs. And he's just losing more. He was at 69 bills like 3 minutes ago. So just losing villagers left and right. Losing knights left and right. When that type of stuff happens, it's pretty difficult to finish off your opponent. So I'm starting to get worried for Dennis. Again, he's got 3 batches of knights coming from the war camps, and still he's now making villagers from 3 TCs again. So I think he's starting to use his cattle, maybe. See his the fact that he's able to get all these units in queue makes me think he is. Has a bunch of influence. I wonder if he's going to make some more Napoleon guns, but I bet you Sheikh has calves in queue. No, he does not. He has a shipment available, which I would... Okay, maybe it's Jaegers? Oh, wow. It's more upgrades for the Carolines. Amazing. Wow. Totally surprised by that. Oh, what was this canoe getting shot by? What? Oh, I guess the outpost, yeah. Alright, here we go. The Napoleon guns against the Carolines and the archers. And these Napoleon guns are just going to get trashed. There's just no front line for Dennis here. And to be honest, there's not a great option. You know, like cavalry at this point in the game is not a good option. It looks like these Carolines are just going to move up. Oh, he did change his mind and is sending blueberries. Okay, but yeah, I mean, just there's not a great... When you get to the late game against Swedes, I feel like sometimes there's just not a good counter to Carolines, just pure Caroline. I mean, he kind of did what he should have: make some artillery, focus on anti-infantry, which are the archers, and then try to make a bit of a meat shield, and which would be those knights. But in this case, the Carolines just counter them pretty directly. All right, so Sheikh, he ended up sending blueberries. I'm kind of curious, why do they gather faster than blackberries? He did send it, right? Boy, that was a huge mistake, because yeah, blueberries. That just changes your current bushes to blueberry bushes, which he doesn't have many of. So just these two torps benefited from that. Oh my god. Man, Shake. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. We got horse artillery, heavy horse guns. So his mistake is forgiven. Just surprised that he made that as a Swede main. Maybe he meant to send blackberries. I would have to assume. I'm sure he knows that blueberries only transform current bushes, or add more berries to them. But here we go. The horse guns are getting in position with their speed. They're running right up on these archers. They're gonna almost get one shot. One of them gets killed before even get a shot off, but the rest do get a very nice volley. And another one. Oh my god, a brutal second volley on the retreating archers. We have elite raiders sieging down the outpost that's been there for a while. Yeah, this is the type of situation where you don't want to get up against Swedes, and now they're sending additional HP for the Carolines, because what do you make? What do you make? Dennis is gonna have to get culverins in queue, which he does. He makes the right call there, but what else? Like, what else? I mean, he's got 87 vills. He's got 12 cattle. Just what unit is gonna work in this situation? He can get a very good. Okay, he gets a volley, kills one of the heavy horse artillery. Could have got two, or at least 1.5. Oh my god! And the horse guns, their volleys on these archers is just ridiculous. He's one-shotting each one. He could spread it out a little bit better, but you know, he's taking them out little by little, and he's actually, I think, has enough archers here to hold this. Maybe the rate of fire from the archers. I mean, only 22 actually. I think he's gonna be forced to retreat. Carolines are getting some damage done, palace firing on them, but that's not gonna be enough. This army, I think, is gonna go bye-bye right now. Yeah, Dennis. Excuse me, Shake getting a little bit closer, closing in, and yeah, that army is going to get deleted. 40 villagers on wood for Dennis right now, only 16 on food. He hasn't started this farm transition soon enough, and he's got 2,000 wood. He's in a tough situation. And Shake, what has he sent? He sent HP, so he's doing all this without even sending blackberries. He's got 3 mills, and his economy is pretty stable right now with the 2 factories on coin. He's got still the mines, the copper mines are still up there. He's got to send blackberries now, right? That's got to be his next shipment. Even though it doesn't, I don't know if it matters because he's just flooding. I mean, he only got 31 Carolines, more on the way, but he's flooding pretty hard. Oh, these archers could have good positions, good flanks. Yeah, actually, they're getting picked apart a little bit with the buildings helping defend. It looks like Dennis is going to hold here. Yeah, so blackberries is finally coming in. More horse artillery are being produced. So it looks like we're going to have another push in probably a minute or so, as Dennis does fend off his opponent one more time. And we have subsistence farming. You know what? I honestly have never seen these buildings, these fields. I have never seen them. I guess you only fit 3 vills on them. They're equivalent to the farms or the mills for European civilizations. Let's see, the gather rate is 0.6, so that is pretty low. I'm sure they cost a bit less, only 50. Wow, that's actually pretty nice. So yeah, he's making the farm transition right now. This reminds me a lot of Age of Empires 2. They look pretty nice, gotta say. I like the look. He could have placed them in a little bit better positioning. Maybe the tree got in the way, but yeah, we'll see. He's ready for the horse artillery, making a couple more culverins. Hopefully he gets a 3rd one in queue. Oh, he doesn't have enough influence. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. He's got enough villagers on food now, but it's probably just too little, too late. And the army positioning there, the path that he chose to take is just, oh my gosh, you can't do that. You can't make that mistake, man. Oh, and the Carolines, they see the farms. They're going to make their way in. Oh, my gosh. The culverins are going to go down. Archers are being produced, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He's got a lot in queue. And some emergency infantry coming out to help defend. Oh, no. Oh, it looked like the attack move bug, or maybe Dennis was just giving up there. Man, that's it. That's the game. And Shake takes that after a bit of a back and forth for 40 minutes. I mean, it looked like Dennis was ahead significantly once Shake's economy ran out from all the mines. He was in a bit of a lull for a while. I really think it was that one fight up here where Dennis was just out of position. He brought his knights down to the mills and actually lost them all in the corner. I don't even think he realized that until it was too late. It was like, and then just multiple throws of like 10 knights. But Shake taking advantage of it. I'm telling you, man, in late game, when you have Carolines with all their upgrades and their range resistance, there's not a lot in that any Civ has that counters them effectively, especially when you add in artillery for any skirmisher type units. And yeah, let's take a look at some of the charts here to see if we can see what happened. Resource wise, Dennis was ahead pretty much the whole game. Couldn't really get a great composition. Let's take a look at military pop. Oh my gosh, what that, I wonder if that was, maybe that was one of those big fights where soon after Shake got to industrial. No, that was, oh man, lots of big fights here actually. Villager count, let's see. Yeah, Dennis losing bunches of vills here and there, 10 or so at a time, multiple times. And so credit to Shake being active on the map and knowing what he needed to do. And that, yeah, it was just that farm transition for Dennis. Shake was able to get that done a little bit more smoothly and was able to benefit pretty much consistently, making Carolines and some artillery. And Dennis having a big lull there late in the game. Had the right amount of villagers on food, but it was just too late and couldn't get enough archers out to support his military and defend his base. So well done by Shake. Hope you guys enjoyed this game. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.